day to get some editing done.
Okay, now let's get started. So today, my plan is to finish editing the first 60,000 words so that I can send it out to some of my critique partners and get a good read on where I am in this story. So before I go ahead and finish it, this is kind of like a mid-project treat because I don't know why, but my motivation for finishing this draft is next to none. So if we get a little motivation, a little people saying they like it, then maybe that'll give me the pressure to power through and finish it. So I'm gonna drink my tea and then just read. All right, it's a good time for a little check-in. I've been incredibly distracted for the past 30 minutes or so. It's 10:32 a.m. I'm on page 41. I left off on page 40 last night. So that's not great, but I think a little change of location might help. And although I like editing on paper, but I don't have a printer anymore, so I couldn't print out all these pages, and it's probably also a little bit wasteful to print out a bunch of pages of something I'm just gonna tear to shreds editing. So I'm trying to do it on my iPad with the pencil, but my iPad just has so many other things that are fun and distracting to look at. So what am I gonna do? So I'm going to set some writing sprint timers, but for reading, so that I can just power through the rest of this and see how far we can get. I'll check back in when I'm at page 100. Is that too optimistic? I don't know. We'll talk again soon. Okay, so I've gotten to page 68, which is pretty good. I was way over optimistic when I said I would check back in at 100, but I'm going as fast as I can, and I do think I need a little change of scenery. So I'm thinking we should go to the beach. So that's next. But just a little bit about what I'm looking out and editing for. Right now, it's mostly developmental edits, but not fully. I want to just get everything consistent with some of the things I've decided to change about the world building before I hand it to anyone to read it. Just to make sure that it's all makes sense in the flow of things. I changed the geography a little bit and also the different provinces and just a few key things. I also removed one character, so I have to go back in and remove all the references to them before that. So really, it's just making it kind of a consistent read all throughout, and then I'll do much bigger, kind of cutting and reorganizing once I get an idea of how people react and what they're thinking and whether they think it makes sense and they can follow it. Because definitely right now when I'm reading it, I have everything in my head, so I don't know if I can have the same perspective as somebody who doesn't know anything about the world building or ideas that I've had. So that's the main purpose of this round of editing. So yeah, next time we chat, I'll be at the beach, theoretically. Welcome to A Different Background. We are now at the beach. I'm on page 80, so it was awfully presumptuous of me to think that I would get to page 100 before talking to you at all. I'm risking talking to myself in public to get you a fun background. It's a little chilly, but it's pretty good for the focus. It's overall a lovely day and a great day to be editing. First impressions from the first 80 pages. 1, it's better than I remember, which is always a fun little surprise, but I do think I tend to undervalue my writing when I step away from it. And then another thought, I need to think about pacing, but I'm not going to do that in this pass. I'm going to wait until I hear what people say. I do think that the pacing in the beginning was good, perhaps a bit quick, but a good start to it. And then now that we're getting to the start of the school year, it might be a little bit slow. I'm not sure that all of this is necessarily necessary. So that's the gist on that. We're still chugging along, about halfway through. There's 150 pages right now, so gonna keep reading. Hello. It's now Thursday, so a few days later, and I'm at page 123. My original hope was to title this something like Reviewing 60,000 Words in One Day. That was very unrealistic, as we both now know. But we're at 123. It's the morning. I have a nice bagel, so I'm hoping I can work through the rest of this today. Yippee! I finished the 150 pages, so that is all reviewed with my notes on them. I wrote the notes, so I still need to go back in and put the edits in, which I tend to like doing, separating the reading from the actual going in and making edits, because I feel like I can get lost if I just go in and start editing off the bat. So this is very exciting. I was planning to do it all in one day and have this vlog be wrapped up, but that didn't happen. So this was a good reviewing vlog. Thanks for coming and reading with me. And then next time when we come back, I'll be putting these edits in and then sending them out to my friends to get their feedback. And then I guess we can hear what they say together. So overall, great progress. I hope you've made some good progress on your projects today, or if you haven't, hopefully you're still having fun with it and are just having a good time writing, reading, editing, any of it, all of the above. All right, well, have a great day and see you in the next one.